Welcome to my workshop on achieving financial independence. I'm excited to jumpstart today by sharing with you the 4 pillars of financial independence. Let's start by talking about why you should care about financial independence. We as human beings are born with a desire of freedom and exploration. When we start our life journey, it's pretty sad that we are not truly free. The way we are raised, how we are educated, and our march through experiences shape our direction in life. Life's composed of different stages, each with unique challenges. Most of the time, we need guides and meters along the way. Given the right methods, mindsets, and know-how from our mentors, we should be able to overcome challenges along our life journey. While this is the ideal scenario, we all know that life is far from ideal anyway. What happens then if we alone at some point and there's no one in sight to ask for guidance? What would you do? There's an even worse scenario when we are guided or influenced by toxic mentors who lead us to frustration and unaccomplished results. This usually happens at stages in life where we are vulnerable, manipulable, and we are not presented a different perspective. You might be wondering why this is important. It's really important to be aware that everything in life is connected. Let's give an example here. For instance, without comfortable bed sheets, you'll not sleep well. Without proper sleep, you'll feel tired, affecting your daily productivity, even health. Tumbling down like on a slope, it's less likely you will be able to learn proper mindsets if you are fatigued or in a bad shape. The principles work the same for financial independence. Without the right mindset, it's not going to happen. Without the right skills, you will not be able to promote yourself through levels of life. As for our mentors, sorry to tell, but not all of them have a good influence on us. Before starting, I'd like to tell you a bit about me and my mission here. I'm Andre, a seasoned lead software engineer with 15 years of experience in corporate environments as well as in small companies. My passion for computers started when I was in the 4th grade or so. I was fascinated by my 486 computer. It had a couple of games which kept me busy. Then I got the taste of internet cafes where I played games with my friends and surfed the internet. I was getting interested into how computer programs are made. Fast forward to our times, I spent the last years honing my skills at a leading banking company in Switzerland. All my previous experience helped, as I gained a lot of insights about how banks work, the connection with the economy, as well as politics. The thing is that I feel I reached a pinnacle. I feel confined, and I feel like hitting the ceiling. No matter how many certifications I acquire, I'm still stuck in the same position. That's why I started this AFI Ether project. As the current crisis evolves, I recognized an opportunity to make a meaningful impact on people's lives by sharing expertise and passion for helping you overcome challenges in career, entrepreneurial ventures, and financial journeys. Through AFI Ether, I aim to empower individuals with pragmatic advice on passive income strategies, investment guidance, and career development. My goal is to create a supportive community where like-minded professionals can come together to share knowledge, resources, and inspiration. Let's not waste more time. Bear with me as I unveil the first pillar of financial independence: lifelong skills. This is the first pillar of financial independence. It comprises lots of skills and abilities which shape the foundation of the independent person you aspire to be. Let's dive deeper into the first pillar. Financial independence relies on more than just money management. Lifelong skills such as resilience, confidence, teamwork, and perseverance form the bedrock of financial well-being. Okay, now I want to explain them one by one. Resilience is key to navigating setbacks, not limited to financial ones. It allows you to adapt, recover, and maintain a long-term perspective, turning potential crises into opportunities. For instance, being resilient means having an ability to adapt and recover quickly from financial difficulties, like market downturns or job losses. If you want to know more about resilience, I invite you to go to my website, where in the blog section you can find a lot of useful articles, including the one dedicated to resilience. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about a firm belief in one's own abilities and judgment. In the realm of finance, this translates into the courage to make informed decisions, take calculated risks, and advocate for your own financial future. A confident person is more likely to negotiate a higher salary, pursue entrepreneurial ventures, or invest in opportunities they've thoroughly researched. Moreover, they have the guts to challenge assumptions and trust their instincts when it comes to their money. They don't follow the herd and think autonomously. Now, let's talk a bit about teamwork. We, as human beings, are social sort of mammals. During our prehistoric times, survival meant working together as tribal organizations. Our resources on Earth are limited. Time is one top resource we have, which is limited to a certain extent. Let's have a simple example to prove that we have very limited time, in fact. We start, for instance, our workday at 9 o'clock. At some point, after so much hard work and dedication, we need to replenish our energy, so we go for lunch at 12 o'clock. After lunch, you grab some coffee and talk a bit with your colleagues and resume labor activities. Then your day is finished at 5 p.m. And I mentioned 5 p.m. for lucky people, since all the jobs that I had end up at 6 p.m. If you know any companies who work 9 to 5, let me know in the comments down below. I want to know more. In my example, I was talking about the typical workday. But there's so much more than our job. In order to be prepared to those 8 hours which we spend at our jobs, we need additional time amongst other resources. Meals like breakfast or dinner, house chores like cleaning or washing, commuting to the workplace, and the last but not the least, sleeping, which we definitely need for around 8 hours a day. This ensures we are in ship shape for the daily activities. After giving this example, it's clear that our time is limited, and we can only do so much with whatever time we have in the course of a day. This is where teamwork comes into play. This was crucial even in the dawn of humanity. The primal economies of the Dark Ages relied on specialized people with their corresponding roles. They needed teamwork not only to successfully supply their communities, but to survive harsh conditions. As the society evolved, people specialized in different crafts, formed guilds, and in modern times, corporations. It's true that nowadays we are no longer at the edge of survival. Still, when you go to buy food and other stuff, just remember that someone worked for your shoppings. Someone worked in the early morning to plant the seeds for the crops. These crops don't grow overnight, so he needed to water the crops, and when the time was due, he harvested them all. Then the fresh crop was sold for packaging at a company, or even directly to the store. Afterwards, the shop employee placed the product on the shelf. And finally, you entered the store and bought the product. Just think about the fact that you have to work as well, and you cannot produce yourself this product. Not because it's impossible, but because you wouldn't have time. Effective teamwork is about understanding the other people's wants and needs. It's about serving others in the way you'd like them to serve you. It's about compassion and responsibility. Good collaboration with others will increase of chances of success, simply because you bring more value. Thus, you may be the one selected for promotion or for a new role. Of course, effective teamwork will bring you more income, thus helping you achieve financial independence. It will open the doors for leadership positions where you can have a great impact on people. You'll never see a leader whose communication and collaboration skills are meager. I think even a shepherd needs to have good teamwork and collaboration skills nowadays. The last element of the Pillar 1 is perseverance. Whereas resilience helps you to get started again, perseverance is the mighty force that propels you forward, ready to overcome any challenge. In life, nothing comes easy. You can be successful, but you need to persevere in achieving your goals. I've seen many people just falter when it comes to their goals, simply because they didn't persevere enough. The key to be more perseverant is to build the right mindset. Start by believing in your goals and skills. Don't underestimate yourself or feel belittled compared to others. I usually do this mistake and working hard on it. Let's assume you want to make complimentary contributions to your retirement fund. When you retire, you wish to buy a Rustico and move in. You set up this goal in your mind. Very good. Now you need to measure how long it'll take to achieve this goal. You can simply calculate how many years you have until retirement, and secondly, how much you need to contribute yearly or monthly to afford the Rustico once you retire. I recommend you to contribute on a monthly basis since you feel less pressure when you break down a task in multiple smaller chunks. In life, there are many distractions. In order to fully achieve your financial goal, you might need to make some sacrifices. I'm not saying to never buy coffee or chocolate, but be responsible with your expenses. Money flies quickly. Remember, that achieving financial goals over the long run requires perseverance at its finest. You need to consistently take the necessary steps and approaches in order to fulfill your dream. Don't give up so easily. That's the essence of perseverance. Let's move on to the second pillar. This pillar ensures you are able to support your lifestyle. You can afford average stuff, and you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Career success. This is the second pillar of financial independence. It comprises the skills necessary to navigate the workplace and be able to support your lifestyle, your family, and holidays. Before diving into the specifics of job hunting and CV building, let's focus on the crucial first step, mental preparation. It's the foundation upon which career success is built. It so happens that we lose your job. It can be really daunting. Instead, look at this period as an opportunity to identify your career goals, upgrade your skills, and connect with other professionals. Remember, being jobless doesn't define your worth. We can agree that times can be volatile. That's why stability is what we crave for. In this pillar, my strategy would be to become part of the middle class, which affords a good lifestyle, holidays, and personal development. To truly succeed in your career, you need to understand how corporations function. You might work for a small firm or startup, but I think having a corporate mindset will set you apart from your peers. Let's look at some key aspects of corporate dynamics. Be aware that helpful coworkers aren't necessarily your friends. They might assist you, but don't count on them for long-term security or guidance. And don't mix up friendships with the office business. If you want to know more about this, you can check the blog article on my website. Remember that your reputation matters. It's shaped by your actions and choices, so always aim to project a positive professional image. Be adaptable. The corporate world is always changing, so be ready to adjust your course when needed. I use the term corporate a lot. Still, everything here applies in any workspace. Your goal is to have a stable income. If you go the self-employed or entrepreneurial ways, it might be harder, but the concepts are the same. To boost your chances in the job market, it's essential to have a solid strategy for job hunting, interviews, and CV building. Build a strong personal brand by showcasing your skills and accomplishments on platforms like LinkedIn. Craft a compelling narrative using the SOAR framework to highlight your achievements and the lessons you've learned. This will help you gain confidence to run your career marathon. Customize your CV and cover letter for each application, emphasizing the unique value you bring to the organization. Don't apply just for the sake of applying everywhere. Make sure you find the position interesting and that you feel you can make an impact in that role. If you follow these rules, you'll likely be selected for an interview. This is your opportunity to shine. As I like to say, an interview is a two-way street where you also need to find if the role fits. Keep your chin up, be composed, and let your skills speak for you. To prevent feeling stuck in your career, it's important to take proactive steps to maintain momentum and growth. Set realistic goals by breaking down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks. Seek feedback and mentorship from trusted advisors who can provide guidance and support. If you have questions or inquiries, you can contact me directly. I'd be happy to help you with your career success. I'll leave a link down below. Stay curious and open-minded by continuously learning new skills and exploring different perspectives. Remember, career success is a continuous process. It resembles more of a marathon than a sprint. At this stage, you are financially comfortable. The lure of comfort zone is tempting. By my standards, financial independence is quite far still, since we rely on a single source of income. There's more work up ahead, so stay focused, adaptable, and committed to your goals. Time to unveil the third pillar. This is about accelerating your income and supporting future growth. I call this third pillar digital literacy. Nowadays, technology is everywhere, including in our workspace. Becoming a master user of these machines and software is a must in order to accelerate your growth and hence your value on the job market. We've explored lifelong skills and career success planning. Now let's introduce digital literacy. In our rapidly evolving world, it's a fundamental requirement for financial well-being because digital machines and software are interwoven into every aspect of modern life. Without digital tools, individuals risk being left behind, unable to access opportunities or manage their finances efficiently. For instance, try to imagine what it means to manage your budget without a spreadsheet. apply for jobs without online portals, or even to access investment information without navigating reliable financial websites. I wanted the other day to make a prediction for a personal loan. I couldn't imagine doing it without understanding the interest payment formula, the spreadsheet techniques, and also how to plot a line chart. Digital literacy is key in the modern world. It's important to remember that no one is born with digital literacy, and that the digital landscape is constantly shifting. This needs an open-minded approach to continuous learning. The most successful individuals in the digital age are those who approach technology with curiosity rather than fear. For example, I was skeptical a bit about the whole AI bubble. Now, after using it and having some understanding, I use it to improve productivity. It really helps me a lot to generate images, audio, and give me ideas when my head is blank. Fortunately, acquiring digital skills is more accessible than ever. One way is to follow formal courses and online learning platforms, such as Coursera, edX, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning. You may also opt for certifications which provide tangible proof of your skills, enhancing your credibility in the job market. Certifications really help. Some might argue that it's not worth to pursue certifications. I say that you should not miss the chance. For example, I was given by my company the possibility of taking a Web Application Defender course and an exam. These are really expensive, so I gave it a try and got the certification. One of the most underrated and cost-effective ways to learn is through observation and mentorship from your proficient colleagues. For sure, you've got senior people at work. Instead of arguing or criticizing, open your mind to learn from them. And of course, the best way to learn is by doing. So experiment with new software and explore online tools. We live in a world of abundance when it comes to information. Right within 2 clicks reach, we can learn a new skill. Isn't it amazing? The positive impact of acquiring digital skills on the job market cannot be overstated. You get increased employability, higher earning potential, career advancement, and even remote work opportunities. Digital skills are always in demand. Mastering them will also make you to be in demand. Digital literacy empowers you to navigate financial systems, seize career opportunities, and remain relevant in an ever-changing economy. When it comes to the financial perspective, it certainly looks good. Being a skilled person in demand, you'll have the ability to negotiate a higher salary. Rising above the average paid individuals will help you achieve financial independence much faster. Hope you had a great time so far. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the creation of this video. We discussed about 3 pillars of financial independence so far: lifelong skills, career success, and digital literacy. These are all equally important. Still, they miss one particular element. What is the use of the first 3 pillars if we don't manage our money properly? It's like digging trenches with the spoon, to make an analogy. You might have guessed it, this is about financial education. Financial education is a vast subject and is subject for another video. We will dig a bit into it in this workshop so that you get a general idea about the focus points. Let's delve into the 4th pillar of financial independence, financial education. This pillar focuses on gaining the knowledge and wisdom needed to manage your money effectively, make informed decisions, and actively build wealth. Once you have stable income, budgeting becomes crucial. Think of a budget not as a restriction, but as a powerful tool. It provides control and clarity, allowing you to track expenses, optimize spending, and allocate funds towards your financial goals. Without a clear budget, even a high income can quickly disappear. Budgeting transforms abstract earnings into actionable plans, ensuring your money supports your long-term aspirations. It's the first step in turning earning potential into savings and investments. Budgeting is like creating a roadmap for your money. It helps you put money to work for you and reach your destination of financial independence. Many believe financial independence depends solely on income. While important, the true driver of wealth is your saving rate, the percentage of income you consistently save and invest. I've heard many people stating that regardless of how much you earn, you'll spend the same. This can be true, so I did some efforts to avoid that. Now it's in my nature to live within my means regardless of how much I earn. Remember, try as much as possible to shoo away the temptation of exorbitant spending. A high saving rate lets you invest more money sooner, maximizing compound interest. This 8th wonder of the world means your money earns returns, and those returns earn even more. accelerating wealth growth exponentially. With a solid budget and savings plan, the next step is learning how to invest properly according to your needs. It's not about quick riches, but about understanding investment principles. Financial education teaches you about asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate. It also covers diversification, the importance of low-cost index funds, and understanding market cycles. Investing properly means understanding your situation. A young professional saving for retirement needs a different strategy than someone nearing retirement. Financial education helps you tailor your approach. Investing wisely is like planting seeds for a future harvest. The earlier you start and the more you nurture your investments, the greater the rewards you'll reap. The ultimate goal of financial independence is often passive income, earnings that require minimal effort. This is where all four pillars come together. Your resilience helps you stick to your budget and investment plan, even when things get tough. Your confidence empowers you to make informed investment decisions. A fruitful career is necessary to be able to secure an average income to pay for your expenses and lifestyle. In the corporate world, as well as with any workplace, it's crucial to understand how to behave professionally, when to change jobs, or how to properly collaborate. Technology and digitalization definitely changed how we work. It opened the doors for faster processes, efficient delivery, and also remote work. Without strong digital literacy skills, you'll never be able to aspire for a high-paying position. So if you want to break the middle-class status, do invest in yourself and acquire digital skills. Financial education gives you the knowledge to create a financial plan, optimize savings, and build an investment portfolio for passive income like dividends, rental income, and interest. By combining financial education with lifelong skills and digital literacy, you create a strong foundation. This secures your present and moves you towards a future where your money works for you, freeing you from the need for active labor and granting you true financial independence. Thank you so much for joining me today for this deep dive into the four pillars of financial independence. It's true that achieving financial independence is quite a long journey, but it's worth it. I hope you now see how your hard-acquired lifelong skills, sprinkled with career success, seasoned with digital literacy, and blended with financial education, are truly the keys to building wealth and generating passive income. Having a solid foundation with these four pillars will help you build your dream independent life. If you found this workshop valuable, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future insights and practical strategies to boost your financial journey. And if you're ready to explore more, check out my website. You can find it in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.